Good morning, Facebook friends. Seems like another Thursday, right? Through all this. But it's a pretty extraordinary Thursday, especially for the Viking family and the West High community and the lacrosse world. Today is 5/21. May not mean much to a lot of people, but at the same time, it means a lot to quite a few. I'm going to rewind it back to 2007, 13 years ago, when the Varsity Lacrosse team at Painted Post Corning West finally beat East for the first time ever, and it would turn out to be the last time. It was the only win. Huge streak going back to the 60s since the school started, lacrosse started, and East High won 97 games in a row. There were a couple close calls, usually a blowout, but 2007 was special, and there was a lot of special players on that team. Two that are no longer here with us, John Fiorillo and Michael Tamero, two heroes and legends of that game and of that team. Miss you guys every day. And obviously, Lewis, Rose, Stearns, the combination that'll end it all, and Scotty Little getting the ground ball before Coach Hogue called timeout in overtime as this all happened. And that game, 98th meeting, ends in overtime. West High 9, East High 8. You can't write a better story than that. It was just too coincidental, too meant to be. And this day means a lot. So I just thought I would share some memories and see what it's like. I know Mikey Tamero out there had generations of Griffin uncles before him who played lacrosse and fell short at beating East. My dad, Rook, was on the sideline as the JV coach at the time, helping to assist during the big game. And he and his brothers fell short time and time again through the years. So I know just the Griffin and Rucco family, this was an incredible feat that those guys won it for everybody all the way back to the 60s. You won it for the guys in '08 through 2010 when we still couldn't do it. JV had a couple wins over the years against East, just a few, but 5/21/07, the day that will live in infamy, is the only time the boys at the varsity level could do it. So usually when something like this happens, it's a catastrophe. You don't forget where you are, right? Challenger, 9/11, things like that. But it's the happy occasions too. You remember where you were when the Berlin Wall went down or when the wars were over, things like that. But this, for West High and for Viking fans, was one of a kind. And this morning when I turned on Facebook and I saw Tom Tamero's Facebook story, and it was the T-shirts that we had made after the game. It says, "Where were you when history was made?" And I remember where I was, sitting in the stands, West High side, obviously, about 3/4 way up next to one of my good friends, Sean Diorio. And as overtime was happening, I bent over to tie my shoes because West High's got a chance, and we're going to storm the field if this game ends the way we want it to. So I had to tie my shoes, make sure I was ready to go. And as they start the play out of the timeout, Sean has to hit me on the shoulder because I would have missed it. And the rest was history. But I'm going to play a clip here from Bob Michaels, who was the radio play-by-play broadcaster throughout the whole game, and no one could call it like he did. He gave us this clip after the game, and it picked up heading into overtime, and he gave the stat recast and everything. But I'm going to fast forward for you guys and pick up where Scott Little grabs a rebound off the ground. Coach Hogue calls the timeout, and it goes from there. No one can call it like he did. I just want to have you guys hear it from him. Many of you probably have never heard this. If you were a lacrosse player at the time at West, you definitely heard it. But I want to share it with you guys, share the happy memories through all this. Again, Johnny and Mikey, miss you guys and miss all you other Lax bros from the team and everything that happened back then. I had just missed it being on JV that year, but wouldn't trade that for anything, just to be a part of that experience and watch it happen live, all the years of that storied tradition, and West High coming out on top. And I do salute you, Trojans, having to bear with all of us through that celebration. It couldn't have been easy to be on the losing team. A lot of you have become friends over the years, and you were friends with the players on that field. So there weren't any hard feelings. So I'm going to take it away here with Bob, and I want to hear back from you all. Comment and let me know, where were you when history was made?
Denied, and ricochets off. Little picks it up for West. Little falling down. It's still in his cross. He looks to sweep it away. Body's falling on the surface. Who's going to pick it up? Vikings call a timeout. So they will have a takeaway and the ball, West High School, and we'll take this timeout on the Pembroke Pines Broadcast Network. Corning West and Corning East, 8-all. Overtime here at the stadium in Corning, New York. The last meeting of the year between these two teams. In regular season, they won't see one another in postseason, playing in different classifications. West has the ball. They're going to work. A quick pass to Austin Rose. He'll cut down and could have a shot. There it is! History in the making. The West High Vikings have defeated Corning East on a Jay Stearns goal. 2007, May 21st, Corning West breaking the streak. The Gorilla is off their back. They have beaten Corning East by a score of 9-8 at the stadium. It is pandemonium on the floor at Memorial Stadium at